Hi Flosstube, I'm Kathy Roganella of Inspired Needle, and this is
Nancy.
And she is the face behind the voice of our very first video that you saw. She did that first little shop tour and took you around the whole shop and showed you all the different sections of the shop where the threads were and the patterns and all that. So anyway, this is your chance. You get to meet Nancy. This is my sister.
Hi.
And not only does she work here for me part-time, but she also does a ton of stitching. And so we decided we were going to do a video and show you some of the things that she does. You may have remembered back in, I think it was the second video that I talked about, where Nancy, when I opened my shop 10 years ago, Nancy never even stitched before. And after a lot of trials and errors, and she went and got her eyes checked, she got new glasses, and she's just like a stitching whiz now. You should see the stuff that she cranks out. Not only does she do models, but she does her own stitching. She's like, this is the girl that we trained her. I don't know, did you learn linen the first time? Was that the class Carol taught?
Yeah.
I think it was beginning linen, like 28 count or something like that.
I wasn't able to see, and I spent half the class time in the bathroom crying because I couldn't see the linen. So our oldest sister was in visiting at the time, and she took the class with me. And what we ended up doing was we snuck over to Hobby Lobby and bought.
All the truth comes out now. They go to Hobby Lobby
and bought some Ada cloth for me. And I picked out a beginner's kit, which I almost brought with me today.
Did not know this.
Oh, well.
Okay, the truth comes out now.
Comes out.
My own sister is betraying me and going to Hobby Lobby behind my back. I'm just kidding. I don't care if they go to Hobby Lobby. That's fine. So, yeah, I thought we'd show you some of the things. But anyway, she stitches great now. And she does like 36 count. That's what she's doing our the farmhouse Christmas ornaments. They're all on, I showed you those in the last video. Those are all on 36 count. So this is the girl who couldn't stitch.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking that 36 count linen is now going to be my go-to. So no more of that 28 Lugana stuff.
Okay, and also one thing I would like to tell you. Oh, we want to thank you to all our new subscribers, all the people. Did I already say all this?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
if we did, well, you can sit through it again.
But thank you to all that we were practicing a little bit, so we may have said it in our practice, or it may be filmed already. But I thank you to anyone who's watched our videos. We're having a good time doing this. New subscribers, likers. I don't think we have any thumbs down yet, but just in case someone wants a thumbs down, that's okay. We like you too. And I mentioned in the last video, but that took so long. There's so many different devices. I had my iPad, I had Android phone, I had an iPhone, and they were all filmed on different things. I was just kind of experimenting. But anyway, YouTube, you can't do all these different formats. I had to find a program in order to put them all together. It's just been a big learning curve for me. And so it took so long to get them up. And so we're not going to do the drawing. The video today is June 2nd, and the video just got uploaded today to YouTube. So we're going to wait, and we're not going to do the winners of the giveaway for the farmhouse, for the Chalk on the Farm, the Farm Fresh Eggs. That we'll do on the next video. So you still have time if you haven't seen that video. That was episode number 3. This one will be number 4. So in number 5, we'll do the winners for the Chalk on the Farm. Okay. Next, let's get going. We'll start showing Nancy's models. So however you want to start.
Okay. Well, let's start with By the Bay.
Okay. This is something. Now I showed you in the last video my Over One, my Serenity Harbor sampler, which is the 12-part series, that really long one, and I'm doing it over one. Well, this also Nancy fell in love with. This is your second one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we show the first one? Okay, so we'll start. This is a 3-part series, and Nancy just saw this. It's part 3, actually. It's called Tidal River, and Nancy did part 3, and I'll just show you right here. She, I guess because she didn't do the 3 parts, this is just part 3, but there are 2 other pieces that coordinate with this. So they're perfectly fine standalone, or you do them, you know, all 3 together, frame them all together, frame them separate, however you want. But I'll let Nancy talk about this a little bit as I bring it closer so you can see.
You know, I think this was my third cross-stitching piece ever. So I'm sure I didn't want to undertake a 3-part series. But I really love this one, and I know I did change some of the colors in the grass or the water. I added that most of it was DMC threads, but I did do some variegated. We can't find the chart right now, so I can't tell you. And we know we have the chart, and if you wanted to know what the conversion was or what I changed it to, we'll find it and let you know. But I just absolutely love this piece.
So this is Tidal River by the Bay Needle Art. Okay, so that brings us to our next piece. Sorry about the phone ringing in the background. It's probably my husband.
The next one is
another By the Bay, and this one is called New England Winter. And this one is a work in progress.
No, actually it's
finished,
staged.
but it's not framed.
We're not framed yet. I just remembered it was in the closet at home. I went and dig in for something else, and I'm like,
That's what we do with our stuff. We put it in the closet, right? Okay.
Well, I knew at some point I wanted to frame it.
What did you stitch this on?
This was not the called for fabric.
I think this is Wedgwood. Looks like Lugana Wedgwood. Almost the same that you did your other By the Bay piece on.
I know it's a 25 count Lugana. It's probably Wedgwood. That sounds familiar. And I ended up using 3 strands of thread.
Sorry for the wrinkles.
Yeah, I'm terrible at iron. I should have ironed that before stitching, but
okay.
You know.
So that's
that one. That one hopefully will be a framed piece soon. So the next one of my other favorite designers is My Big Toe. And I absolutely love this piece.
And this is called Think on These Things, and it is charted for you can see it, you know, either side by side or in one long banner, and that's what Nancy chose to do, is the one long banner.
Right.
And you're not going to be able to get a full view close up of the whole thing, but you can see how long it is.
I thought
it's really pretty.
I wasn't quite sure that I had long enough fabric, and of course, who did I buy the fabric from? But my sister, the shop owner, who's been cutting fabric, and I don't know that she's made any mistakes on size to this day. But what I ended up doing was I changed the bottom. There was a bigger flower pot at the bottom, and I don't know, just didn't like it, or was afraid I was going to run out of fabric. So I took the top flowers and put them on the bottom, flipped them upside down, and ended it that way. So that's one of my favorite pieces. I have several more of their charts. They're of course on my to-do list. So, all right, next up is...
It's called Stoneware Snowman. This is by Priscillas Pocket.
And if you remember, in the very first video that I walked around the shop and was showing you, I showed you those, there was a whole tray of bunnies. And also done by Priscillas Pocket. And
well, it's probably neat. I'll put the chart behind it.
Okay. And so we decided to get a little cute with the snowman this time. And putting them on some pastel colors. So it's pink and a light purple color.
And they're on purple. It's purple fabric and pink fabric too. And we used purple thread and pink thread, so you can kind of see the difference.
Was that We Shield fabric 32 count?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's also
touch
of pink, right? There's also going to be a light blue fabric and a yellow that we're doing the same thing, the snowman. So, are we doing that next?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So this is some of my whips, I guess.
Oh, you want to wait for your whips? Well, you had it sitting there. That's why I
Oh,
saw
that's
it.
okay. What else do we have to show?
Okay.
Well, you show them your stuff.
Oh, well, you can show them. Do you want to show them this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she's also doing the Frosty Forest.
So when did you looked up in the computer today? When did I buy this?
2014.
2014. It's
Got
been
one block done.
It's been bugging me. Well, I was like kind of jonesing for ever. Like this year, I'm doing Frosty Forest. It was the last thing I do. I'm starting Frosty Forest. So the minute I got it started, I like calmed down. So I chose to do it on. This is Lakeside Vintage
Tundra. Oh, no, sorry, Vintage. Tarnished Silver.
Tarnished Silver, 32 count. So, and also I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my sister for what I now refer to as my champagne taste on a beer budget, because I absolutely love Lakeside linen.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's so wonderful to
stitch on.
This is
Weigart base. That's why. That's nice. Okay,
It's
there's
soft.
that. So I'm sure you guys have all seen. This is the pattern. I'm sure you guys have all seen.
Yeah, I know you've seen.
There's all the other reindeer, the forest critters. They're all these little country cottage needleworks.
Yeah, I know we showed you the model that we have in the shop that was stitched over one, but I was just wanted to show my whips in progress. This is an actual Nancy project. It's not a shop model. It's a Nancy model. So.
Okay. So another whip she has.
And this one, we're doing this one.
Sure. We can.
This one is actually, this is number 5. This is the shop model. Number 5 in the Farmhouse Christmas series, which
That's
Kathy,
Grandma's
quilt, country Little House Needlework.
This is the pattern.
Mm-hmm. Kathy picked out this fabric, and when I first saw this chart, I'll be honest with you, I'm like, I wasn't crazy about it, and I thought anybody who was doing the series all in one, that the quilt would make a perfect centerpiece, and it will. But when Kathy picked out this pink fabric and I laid the threads on it, and then I started stitching, just absolutely gorgeous on that.
The fabric
pink.
is R&R
36.
Reproductions 36 count in the pink is called. It was new at market this past March. Beginning of March.
Right. Okay.
We did that one. Oh, that was that pattern. Okay. Here's another one that she did. It will be a shop model. It's just not framed yet. I have to get, because I'm a cat person. She always had dogs. And this one, she stitched, and you saw in a previous video, she stitched
I love my dog.
Designs by Lisa. I love my dog. But here is I love my cat. Designs by Lisa. And then here is the pattern. Here is the model. Stitched. It's simple. I love my cat. But see, there's these spaces here, this one, and maybe one over here somewhere. I had 2 cats that died. Got sick. They lived to the ripe old age. The one was 21 when she died. But anyway, I'm going to get, like Nancy had the little pictures, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to get a picture of my kitties and put them in there. So I miss them. Okay, there's that one. One other thing that I'm going to talk about, it's a shop model. Just because we're getting, in patriotic mode and stuff, just celebrating Memorial Day. So here is something, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's by Shepherd's Bush. It's called Be Brave. And they show it done on like this little pillow, patriotic pillow with like little flags hanging out. We just did our simple unframed. But I mean, isn't that really cute? This was done on, I believe it's 10 count Tula on a blue fabric. I think that's what they call for in the chart too. Right. But it's just so sweet. Just a cute little fast thing. Get some little buttons on it and
be a great addition to anybody who has a patriotic wall going.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And then another one we have for patriotic, I just kind of went around and picked out some patriotic ones, is this Peace to You by Homespun Elegance. I'm trying not to get the glare, but I don't want to take it out of the package. These are all charts that are available in the shop. So if you have a local needlework shop, you can ask for them by name, or if you don't, these are models for us, so we keep these charts in stock. But we did like the pattern suggested. We did like this little hanging pocket. We lined it with wool felt, backed it with wool felt, made a little pocket. I stuck some little fake greenery in there, but just a fun little thing. Had some little homespun little hanger, and there we go. It's just really cute. We did it with pearl cotton rather than floss because I'd rather use one strand of something. That's what we do a lot of times. When you work on this bigger count, I think this was done a 20 count. When you work on bigger count fabrics like this, rather than use 2 or 3 or 4 strands of floss, I like to use pearl cotton because it goes so much faster, and you can just use the one strand as it comes off the skein. And one other patriotic thing before we get to Nancy's whips, something that came in from Just Another Button Company. They do these button box subscriptions, and that's only available through Just Another Button. But they do make a couple times a year available to shops. They're called Needle, Print, and Play. And this one is for 4th of July, and it's Stars and Stripes button box. And I'll show you the pattern. I probably should have taken it out of the plastic, but it's a cute little perforated paper pattern. And there you can see it on the back. And it comes with all these buttons in like this really pretty red color. It's got all kinds of little hand-dyed buttons that embellish it. They have these little baby dyed buttons in blue. And there's one more pack of little baby buttons in red. And that is your Stars and Stripes, and it's called Home of the Free. It's really cute. It looks like it'll whip up really fast. The only thing you supply, I believe, is your DMC, your embroidery floss. So if you are interested in that, we'd be happy to supply it. Otherwise, ask your local shop owner. They can get it for you. Just have to order from Just Another Button Company. Okay, that's all I have from this end.
I have a couple more whips, I think. Actually, just the one. I think we showed them. We need the board for this one. This is my second from Hands On Designs Java Black. So I'll show you the chart. I just did the Vino block for a good friend of mine, my fishing buddy actually. She's into wine, I'm into coffee. So she loved hers, so she's probably displayed it. So
Here is
about halfway through. I'm a little struggle on this fabric, and I'm not crazy about it. It's hard to see, obviously, and yes, I do put a white cloth.
getting a shadow there from the sun. Sorry, it's really bright outside today.
I do put a white cloth on my lap or on the table, wherever it is I'm stitching. So I'm doing all of my stuff in between Kathy's stuff. Oh, there's the buttons for it. Okay.
The pins.
Here's
a pin set also
pin
from
set.
Just Another Button Company.
Mm-hmm.
Java with like a little Starbucks looking pin there.
Mm-hmm. So when as far as that one goes, the Java Black, I work on that, I guess sparingly, because I'm doing I'm in the process. I have two shop models going, and we're plans for 2 more. I have the one. I don't know if we wanted to tell them about it. We can tell them in another video. Plans for 2 more shop models. I'm just waiting on the threads for one of them. So when I was going through my stash to figure out if I was gonna show you what I was going to do in the future, I
Trying to get that pile, and
Yeah,
I'll show
just-
them as you talk about them.
yeah, I just decided.
So now we're going to talk about Nancy's stash.
I know some of these you've seen already that came out at market. But I think I've noticed, first of all, I decided I just have way too many, and Kathy kind of laughed at me today. She's like, have you ever seen my stash? I'm like, no,
She has
you've
no
never
idea.
invited me to see your stash. But I
No
think
idea.
there's a theme going on in some of these.
Okay,
The first one, another one of my favorite designers. Actually, I have a little story I'd like to tell. This heartstring samplery.
Prairie Life sampler.
I would like to give a little shout out to Beth Twist because I really do love her designs. And I don't know if I should be admitting this. I believe I've only stitched the one, but let me tell you. Oh, I forgot to pull it too. I did stitch. It's called Church Doll Roll. Is it called? Was it roll? Church
And
doll
where did you
roll?
get that church doll roll? Who gave it to you?
Oh, I did receive that as a present from my wonderful sister Kathy, and I actually wasn't thrilled about it.
More truth.
Yeah, more truth coming out. But I decided to stitch it because it was a gift. So, but I grew to love it as I stitched it. But it was, I had plans on making it into the church roll. And we don't have any young babies that are, girl babies in the family.
Not anymore. They're all grown up.
Yeah, they're all grown up. And I was thinking I would like to give this to a young girl. And so the children's minister at our church had a baby girl. And so what I ended up changing, I wish I could have showed it. I don't have it because obviously I gave it to Macy is her name, the little girl's name. When she was a little bit over a year, I surprised her mother with this church doll roll. And I changed a few things. I put Macy's initials in there. And then changed it. It said Love Mom on it. I changed it to Love Nancy. So, but anyway, that was my first experience with heartstring samplery.
And they're probably wondering what a church doll roll is and what Beth put a little explanation in her pattern, but it's like long like this, and it has little pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they tuck little baby dolls, little. Didn't you buy the whole set? It's like wooden.
Yeah, actually, it was a little tea set. I found that on Etsy. Beth gave the website of where to get that little tea set. So I did purchase the tea set, and I forgot to say, a friend of a friend was actually a doll maker. I mean, small world. Who would have thunk? So I actually gave the whole picture and the instructions on how to. She probably didn't even need the instructions on how to cut out your fabric for the doll, but it was such a spitting image of the picture on the chart. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. So,
but anyway, this little thing with the pockets, you tuck all the stuff inside, and then it gets like kind of rolled up, and then the little girl has it, and she can take it with her to church. And so when the sermon or whatever, because it's hard for the little ones to sit still in church, but then they can unroll it and they can take the little doll out, the little tea set, and they can kind of play quietly in church while the sermon is going on, so they're not all fidgeting and getting out of control. So that was the story behind that one.
Right. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out to Beth Twist on that one. I have watched her videos. They are very good.
There's another one.
And so, if you remember in the first video that I recorded, I was showing the wall where we had the trunk show. And I happened to mention this one and the next one coming up. I think we're going to be added to my stash. And hey, lo and behold, here they are. Cross Stitch Nation. I am definitely part of that now. So, and then at Market, I don't think that was Market.
I think this was last year.
Oh, really? That old? Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I'm looking at the date. Yeah, 2017.
Okay. So, in my stash, I've never stitched Plum Street yet. But there are just so many charts that have come out. They're just so gorgeous. Now, this one is Market. That one's cute. I'm sure you've seen that if you're a follower of, I know Chelsea and Priscilla have it. Priscilla's either starting that chart, I think. I just caught up with their videos. So shout out to Chelsea and Priscilla.
Okay, and here is, this is Marie Suarez. Mm-hmm. The pink needle.
The pink needle. Is she coming to Galleria?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So the theme I mentioned that maybe you notice the theme is like houses. Just about everything I've shown you so far.
You and a lot of people
have. Really?
Yeah, they love houses. I know my friend Pam loves houses.
Yeah. And this is, who's this?
Scarlet House.
Scarlet House. I have not stitched anything from Scarlet
On
House yet
Stoneware
either.
Street.
Yeah, Stoneware Street. Yes, another house. More
Another
Scarlet House.
Christmas in the Village.
Christmas in the Village. And then
That's Tanya.
Next coming up. Tanya. Next coming up is Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This was an old one. I just happened to notice rifling through our section of her charts, and I just loved it because of the sheep. Who
so
knew?
Of course, when she gets all these started, she's gonna
sheep.
She'll show you the different pieces.
Right, sheep and houses. It happened to be my new thing. Next one, it came out at market. What's that one called?
Brick House sampler. I should get like Chelsea. She writes everything on the back. That would be smart, huh?
Oh, does she?
Yeah. Now here's someone who's going to be a Galleria.
That is, was that Romy's Creations?
Yeah.
Romy's Creations, the Doghouse sampler. Or what is it called? You're holding
scissors case.
Doghouse scissors case, and complete with the threads that I bought, the thread pack. It'll be very pretty.
Then we have, this is a beautiful one. This was new at market, and she was a new, she does reproductions. This is from Just Stitching Along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Miss Lucy Calcutt.
Right.
Okay.
And then I shocked myself when I purchased these next.
Okay, because she goes from little things like this, okay? Just learning how to stitch, right? 10 years ago. Look what she's doing.
To Hands Across the Sea. Shout out to Hands Across the Sea. I fell in love with these. They're just gorgeous. Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicola. And
here's Hannah Gaskill.
Hannah Gaskill. Right.
She has big ambitions, Nancy does.
I do.
Yeah, like she's ever going to stop stitching shop models, right? Like
right. I don't know where I'm going to find time to do this.
Brenda Keys, this is a favorite of mine, too. Mm-hmm. This is Plant Wisdom.
Yeah. I didn't remember buying this one, but obviously, since I had it at my house, I'm sure
she must have bought it.
But this one I saw, I was shocked that Kathy said it was one of her favorites.
Yeah, this one's called Sampler Houses. Well, yeah, because it's that whole New England thing, that whole New England look.
Okay.
Which is why I love By the Bay so much. This is why I love going to New England. Mm-hmm. The Nantucket when we went. Oh, these are all just your patterns. Okay.
That's all. So that last one is going to be, that's a full coverage piece. And so I will start that as soon as I clear up a few of these other things I'm working on. And I, like so many other stitchers, I will get a little crazy if I have too many going. So normally I only have one for me, one for the shop, but now I'm surprised I have 2 going on 4 for the shop and 2 for me. So, but I mean, that's okay. I stitch because I love to stitch and it's relaxing. And
she's always very accommodating when I say, hey, wouldn't this make a great shop model? And she just jumps in. Okay, I'll stitch it for you, she says.
Once in a while. I think I did take a break for a while, but...
Okay. Do you want to do the rest of your shout-outs?
Yeah, just quick shout-outs to some of the my favorites I've watched on Flosstube. I have not nowhere near begun to see everybody out there. But some of my favorites, obviously, I've already mentioned Priscilla and Chelsea. And a shout out to D Squared, Donna and Debbie. Well, now we're going to see you at Galleria.
Yep,
absolutely.
September.
Yeah. And the Twisted Stitcher, Vanna. Love Vanna. I've seen all of your videos, Vanna. Just keep up the good work. I love them. And Yvonne, the Night Owl, I've not watched all of yours yet, so I'm getting to them.
She's a good one, too.
Yeah. And then Kitten Stitcher.
She'll be at Galleria.
Shout out to, she'll be at. I'm looking forward to meeting you. So, and then a couple of the 2 more designers that I do follow, I've watched most of their videos, would be Kathy Haberman and Hands-On Designs and Beth Seal of Summer House Stitchworks. So, just a shout out to them. And, I have one more, Mischievous Stitches. Lori, I wanted to send a message just straight to you. I was watching in your video, I don't remember which one it was. It just was 1 or 2 videos ago, you were talking about your Mania starts. And you we're not sure whether you liked Elizabeth Willing. So I just wanted to tell you I thought the colors were very pretty, and I hope you keep going on it. I hope to see progress on it. So, and I have watched every one of your videos as well. So I love your videos. Keep going, girl. And I hope to see you and to meet you at Galleria this year.
Oh, she say she's going?
No,
Oh.
I'm just getting the word out. Needlework Galleria is in September. If anybody's not heard of it, we are not just there selling Inspire Needle products, but Kathy runs the darn thing. You know, who would have thunk 4 years ago she came up with this crazy idea? Hey, what if I took over running Galleria? I'm like, are you crazy? So now 4 years later, we're much better at it.
Oh,
So,
yeah. The first year was nuts,
Yeah.
but that's another video.
Yeah.
We're at 30 minutes. Perfect. I
Perfect
think we're going to try
timing.
to get our videos down. That last one was an hour, and I feel bad. I'm sorry it was so long, but we're going to try to keep it to like 30, 40 minutes, and that's enough. So, again, today's June 2nd. Happy summer. I'm so excited. It's nice and warm here in Chicagoland, and we're going to try to get maybe a little more regular and just do one video straight through, and we'll be done. So maybe next time, like the 16th?
Mm-hmm.
Is that that's a Saturday night
It's a
stitch?
Saturday
23rd.
night.
23rd, I think, is a Saturday night stitch, so maybe we'll film then.
No, it is the 16th because we're doing the sidewalk sale.
No, that's June. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
She's the one that typed up the
I make the calendar. I don't always
made the
pay attention to
calendar.
what I'm doing. Okay.
So, yeah,
The-
those of you
the
that are
16th.
local, keep the 16th in mind
Yeah, so
this month.
we're going to have a sidewalk sale here at the shop, and it's also going to flow right into our evening Saturday stitch. We do a first Friday at the shop and the third Saturday. So if you can join us, please join us, and we'll be here at the shop. We're open 10 till 10 that whole day. So we'd love to see you. Come on out. Got anything else to say?
No.
Okay.
No.
Till
Good.
next time. Thanks, Flosstube.
Bye.
We'll see you later. Bye.